Hey everyone, welcome back to M&M PTE NAATI. This is Manmohit. Now guys, in today's video, we are going to do another fill in the blank reading question together where I would be giving you the answers, but at the same time also going through the logic, the explanation as to why are we picking this answer and not the other. What is the logic behind picking a certain word? What rules can we use? Collocations, grammar rules, vocabulary, all those things would be discussed. Now, just before we proceed, if you need any help and support with your PTE exam, if you need online coaching and one-on-one feedback for your PTE academic, PTE core, or NAATI Hindi, NAATI Gujarati, or NAATI Punjabi, you can always get in touch with us on either Instagram or Facebook. Links are in the description box, or you can simply search for M&M PTE NAATI. You will find us there, message us, and we can have a chat. We can even discuss on phone about your plans, personalizing that according to your schedule to make sure you guys clear these exams in your very first attempt. Now, let's get started with this one. Now, this is the question that we're going to solve. And like I always say, you can pause the video for now and try to solve this question by yourself first and try to get all the blanks right or majority of the blanks right. And after that, you can resume the video again to follow alongside me to see what are the correct answers and at the same time, why am I picking those correct answers? So you can pause the video now and then you can resume once you're done with that. Let's start with this one now. Now, I've got 4 blanks over here and then I have got 2, 4, 6 and 8 different options over here. Starting with the very first one, it says when that happens. They have not really mentioned what happens, so that's fine. When that happens, staff will help the person, and there's a hyphen. That means they're talking about that person over here in this particular phrase. That staff will help the person dash out and now a little stressed, fish their drugs out of the rubbish. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about some hospital or some rehab centers where staff will help the person who has fallen into drugs, person who has dash out and now a little stressed. Now, whenever you talk about drugs or all those things, there is a collocation that you can memorize over here. Collocation as in 2 words that are supposed to come together, group of words that come one after the other. Now, out of all these options, strung is going to be the right answer because that's a collocation. Strung out. Strung out means they've gone over, like over the limit, like they do not have any consciousness of what is going on with them, like their life is falling apart. Like this is what they mean when they say strung out. And that is why it is going to be the right answer. Now see, there's no logic behind it, like why strung out comes together. It's just that they're part of collocation, hence they're supposed to come one after the other. So that way would be the right answer. So strung is gone. Next is now a little stressed, fish their drugs out of the rubbish. On their way out, they might have a blood test, their first dash checkup. What kind of checkup is what they are going to talk about? So blood test is one thing, their first dash checkup. So looking at the options, academic checkup doesn't really make any sense. It's related to the body. Purpose checkup, matter checkup, slung checkup, view, substances, dental. Dental sounds like my right answer because that's again a very common phrase to use, common words to use. Dental checkup is what we do. And like I said, we are talking about something related to body. So blood test is done. And then you can say dental checkup would be the right answer. Next, dental checkup in ears or just a hot cup of Milo. We enable people to inject in the center because that's what they do. The medical director, Nico Clark, tells Guardian Australia during a recent visit to the North Richmond Community Health Centre. So we as in the hospital staff or rehab center, enable people to inject in the center. Like even when they are in that medical center, they still allow people to have drugs. Like they still allow people to inject themselves. Why? They'll tell us the reason very soon. The majority as in the patients, are dependent on their dash. So majority are dependent on their what? So it needs to be related to the previous sentence. Now they are saying the hospital is allowing them to inject themselves even when they are in that medical center. Why? The majority are dependent on their something. Majority are dependent on their academic, doesn't make sense. On their purpose, on their matter, on their slung view, substances would be the right answer. Why? We needed a noun over here, that was one thing. But substances again refer to what? All those drugs that those patients take, like any sort of drugs that they take. So substances would be the right answer. So referring to the material, all those things that they're taking in their body. and they're dependent on that. And we know when someone is addicted to drugs, they are dependent on that stuff, like they cannot live without it. And that is what they mean over here. And the last one, the purpose is not to be a place that facilitates injection per se. The dash is to keep people alive. So they've told us the reason, that the reason they allow people to inject themselves even in that medical center is not because they are like, motivating people to do it, but their main reason is to keep people alive. Main motive is to keep people alive. So we need a word similar to motive. So academic, purpose. Purpose, we already have the word, which is purpose means motive is the right word. Then matter, slung view. Matter also sounds somewhat right, but then they've already used the word purpose over here. So that means it is the right word. The purpose is not to be a place that facilitates injection per se. The purpose is to keep people alive. Purpose meaning motive is to keep people alive, and that is the better word over here. And then the center is a response to a coroner's report that noted the heroin relate deaths in the area in 2016, and there's no blank in that. And this is how I would be getting my right answers. First one being because of collocation, strung out. Then dental checkup, again you can say it's a collocation, but it's a very common words to use one after the other. Dental checkup. And this sentence was needing a word which was related to body, because they're talking about blood test as well. And third one, we were missing a noun, and we were talking about majority are dependent on their things, on their drugs that they're taking, which is a collection of all those drugs, which is substances. And then we have got the word purpose, and we needed a synonym, like a similar word, which is motive or something. Now, if they, instead of purpose, they gave me the word motive, then again, that would have been the right answer. But they gave me the same word, which is purpose. Hence, purpose is going to be the right word and right answer over here. So this is what I wanted to share in this video, just to give you an idea of what are the correct answers. But the main aspect was, why are we picking those answers? That is the most important thing for you to understand, as to what's the logic, what grammar rules are we using, what sort of collocations can we use. Now see, you learned one new collocation in this video, and that was strung out. So you can simply memorize that, right? So memorize that, so the next time you get something similar like drugs or injections or substances and you get dash out, a strung word is going to be the right answer. So you can memorize these kind of collocations. So that's all I had to share in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments down below. Or like I said at the beginning, if you need help and support with your exams, PTE or NAATI, message us on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll make sure we help you to clear them in your first go. All the best, guys. If you have got your exams coming soon, I wish you all the luck. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the next video.